What's good, y'all? Fulan Speaks back, man. I had to apologize for my last night reviews. I was tired as I don't know what, man. I'll get out. Y'all don't understand. Your boy is up the crack of dawn every morning, 5 a.m., 4:30. You know, cause your boy gotta get a workout in at the gym, then go to work 10, 11 hours. I'm trying to get up out of that. Then come home, watch 2 games. Then got a review. Oh, man. So anyway, man, those were 2 good games. So what's going on right now is we got the All-Star voting tallies have been finalized, right? So now we got number 1, the voting of all the players in WNBA. You got Caitlin Clark of the Indiana Fever. And then number 2 voting, Aliyah Boston, right? And then number 3 is Angel Wilson. Right? So now you all over the place, they bragging about this. You know, because Angel Reese, right, got half as many votes as Caitlin Clark. You got like 300,000 or something, right? I believe. Something like that, right? So now they saying, well, it shows that, you know, the popularity of the WNBA is, you know, Clark. It ain't really Angel Wilson too, you know. Well, all it shows really is that people are voting for shit that ain't got nothing to do with basketball. That's all it shows. You look at the numbers. How you got Caitlin Clark number 1? Angel Wilson number 3. Come on now. Like, y'all shouldn't brag about that. That's pathetic. It's a pathetic thing to brag about. It just shows y'all coming together, voting, probably voting 2, 3, 4, 5 times over and over. Because the thing about the voting is they let you vote as many times as you want. So it just shows your diligence to vote. Listen. There is no doubt about it. And y'all keep overlooking this simple fact. The United States of America, population-wise, of over 300 million people, 62% of the population are of the Caucasian persuasion. The reality of the country is, not everybody, but the majority of people in a situation where you have a white player versus a black player, the majority of the white people want to support their own, or what they perceive to be their own. Because really, white people are not a monolith either. You know, I know the history. I know the British and French ain't never liked each other, still don't like each other. I know German and French ain't never liked each other, still don't like each other. I know that the Turks, who, you know, they somewhat Caucasian, but they ain't like none of y'all for 800 years. Like, I understand that. And I know the Scandinavians and the English ain't never really get along. Scandinavians came up in there, took the place, right? Started impregnating people, changed the complexity of the population there. I know that, right? But the way America is shaped up, because, you know, America, for the most part, became a place like Australia that was a haven for many of the worst parts of Europe. You know, sometimes, like, criminals literally can have a choice to go to prison or just go be sent to the United States. And many of them came here. I know that. It also was a haven for runaways who fled Europe. Okay? So once you're here and you saw the structure, the social structure, the way it was set up, I'm not meaning to go off on a tangent, but really, then the white people, it's advantageous to just blend in with the white crowd if you can, because it was advantageous for years. Now we know that. You look at it, it is what it is. Bottom line is, Caitlin Clark got the most votes because of that. And then Aliyah Boston got the second most votes because she's Caitlin Clark's teammate. You understand? That's the way that works. Before you try to say, well, Aliyah Boston got the second most. No, it's because of Caitlin Clark, right? And that's good, though. I'm actually happy to see y'all not hating on Aliyah Boston. Because I swear to God, every time they lose, Aliyah Boston is one of the people to get thrown under the bus. Along with Kelsey Mitchell, right? But long as y'all understand, and it's so poetic that it happened right after y'all got cooked by Asia Wilson. So y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is, for real. So, I mean, you know what I mean? Y'all can sit there and talk about y'all came together and voted for whatever. That don't mean nothing. It just means a lot of y'all represent the majority. And then black people are not interested enough to come and band together and put all our numbers behind Angel Reese because it's not that important. I'm sure most black people ain't even paying attention, don't even know what the hell's going on. And then amongst us, we got those individuals who don't understand the assignment. And when they see something like this, they don't automatically support the black person. And this is one of the reasons why we struggle on the world stage. Because we don't understand that everybody else plays the game of banding together and supporting their own. We still trying to figure out, is it right to do that or not? Is it okay to support black businesses and black shit? Like, we got a lot of that stupid shit going on. Whereas other groups of people just automatically do it because they understand the assignment. And I'm just being real. That's what it is. Like amongst our group, we got more Jason Whitlocks and more people like that. You know, Marcellus Wileys and guys who think they're the smartest guys in the room, and they're really the dumbest motherfuckers in the world. Right? Yeah. You ain't nobody ever got mad at China and Chinese people for supporting Yao Ming. No, they automatically do it. Nobody gets mad at Mexicans when they support Canelo Alvarez. No, they automatically do it. And it's called, country pride and all of that kind of stuff. That's what it's called. But when black people want to do it, it's called racist, being racist. Now, I'm not even going to get into whether or not black people can be racist because that's a difference of opinion based on the definitions that you're going with. And I'm not going to get into that because I swear I don't want this to be that type of conversation. But there is no way to explain Caitlin Clark being number one in fan voting without getting into the subject of race. It's impossible. So I just touched on it just a little bit. But anyway, Caitlin Clark is a good basketball player. No doubt about it. Just so y'all know that. Because I don't hate. I just keeps it real. I just keeps it trill. Can't help it. It's the way I was raised. Alright? So Angel Reese is the rookie of the month. Rookie of the month. Caitlin Clark was rookie of the month the first month. Angel Reese rookie of the month the second month. This is one of the most poetic situations I've ever seen. So poetic because it is a rivalry that people are in denial about. The league is starting to kind of catch up to it. They didn't want to push it because of the amount of doubts that people have of Angel Reese. People kind of doubt her game. This is the situation with like Stephen A. Smiths and people like that. They never wanted to accept it as a rivalry because in their perception, they believe Caitlin Clark is like on another tier in terms of talent compared to Angel Reese. And you know what it showed? It shows that guys like Stephen A. Smith, their understanding of basketball does not have as much depth as many people may have previously thought. They think basketball is about who has the prettiest game. Not who's the most effective, but who has the prettiest game, who has the flashy stats. They think that that's only what people want to watch. Now, it may be true that that's what most people want to watch, I guess. Hardcore basketball people that I talk to, they understand the importance of the Dennis Rodmans, the Draymond Greens, the Bill Russells, those types of players. Some people only understand the flashy ones, like the Steph Currys and so on. People like me, I understand Steph Curry really is not going to win a lot without Draymond Green. He's really not. Not the guy that sets the screens for him, the guy that does a lot of the dirty work, the guy that keeps some of the other players off his ass. He just doesn't. Many of James Harden's best years were with Clint Capella. People don't appreciate the Capellas, though. Right? The thing with Angel Reese, though, she's not on that level. She's a high end of that level. And then you got to talk about the fact that she's just getting started. Oh, yeah, she got time. And she seems dedicated. What's two things Angel Reese needs? One is to put the time in, of course, with the jump shot, with the post moves, which I'm confident she will. I'm hoping that she gets with Asia Wilson, gets with Breanna Stewart, get with other players that are similar to her, that play her position, and grab some of that stuff from them. And I'm also hoping that she builds the confidence. And that's where Teresa Witherspoon comes in. And from listening to their conversation, Teresa Witherspoon understands that. She knows that Angel can shoot. Why? How do we know that Angel Reese is over 70% at the foul line? If you can make free throws, you can shoot. That's the bottom line. If you can make free throws, you can shoot. There is a shooter in there. She just needs to have more confidence, take more shots. Stuff like that, especially the 10-footers, the 15-footers. She do that, she's going to be extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous player. To go along with her defense, to go along with her being, she's already the best rebounder in the league. Okay? And all of you said she rebounded her own misses. I've never addressed that before because it's so stupid that it isn't worthy of my time to address, so I'm not going to address it. I'm just going to say you're stupid and you are a hater if you say that. Because the numbers don't support it. And if you watch the games, you know that isn't the case. So either you're not watching the games or you're watching the games and you're still lying, so you're a lying hater. Not worth my time again. All right? Hella games yesterday. Hella games. The Fever again are a team whose mental toughness I question. Now, they did show some resilience against the Fever, but I don't know against the Mercury. But I really don't know, was it resilience on the part of the Fever, or was it more so just falling apart on the part of the Mercury? The Mercury also played a game, I believe it was the other night, against the Phoenix Sun, the Connecticut Sun. I keep thinking of damn Phoenix Suns, right? The Connecticut Sun, who destroyed them. And I know the Connecticut Sun is a good team, but you figure the Fever, they have a little bit too much talent to be getting destroyed by anybody. So, I don't know about the Fever. I don't know what's going on with them. It must be in a funk. Maybe it was carried over from the Fever game. I don't know. I don't know what's up with the Mercury. I don't know. But the Fever, they quit, and I don't like that. There's something about them when things aren't going right. They seem to just lose confidence in themselves. That has to change. That's probably the thing I'll point at Christy Sides about. I do not believe Christy Sides is a bad coach. I don't believe that. But I do question her on the emotional intelligence part. She seems to be hardcore, just hard. One of those types of women that I don't know if she has any kids, whether or not she hugs her kids a lot. In comparison, you take a Teresa Witherspoon and she creates an environment that's love and family oriented. Like, I think those players really believe that she loves them. Teresa Witherspoon has the trust of, like, say, all of the kids' parents, all of that. And she probably looks over them like a mother. I say aunt. Mother's a little bit much. Like aunt. Okay? But she has motherly ways. And I think that is important when you're dealing with young black women. There's something about what's going on with the Fever. It just seems like a type of coldness in the environment. I don't know. It's like coldness or something. something just ain't right. And I'm not saying you need the one, but is there something that's needed to get them through when things get tough? And I get it. The Aces are just the superior team. And it takes time to get to where the Aces are. It takes time. Without a doubt, it takes time. It takes time. But this race between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark is going to be a rivalry whether you like it or not. You cannot want it to be that. But look at it. What's happening? Of all the rookies, and in my opinion, out of this rookie class, which is a good rookie class, the rookie with the most talent, in my opinion, isn't Clark or Reese or Cardoso. It's actually Rickea Jackson, who went to the Sparks. I believe she is the most and has the greatest upside of the players. She has the chance to be the closest thing to A'ja Wilson. Without the power, she'd be more of like a finesse type. But she can get to any spot on the floor. She can score, so on. I started to do a video saying that I believe Chicago Sky, if they would have drafted Angel Reese and Rickea Jackson, they'd have drafted Rickea Jackson first, then Angel Reese at 7. I think they would have been like a ridiculous team right now with Kennedy Carter. But I like Cardoso, so I'm not going to really, really go there. But oftentimes I think about it. If they did have Rickea Jackson, and Angel Reese. But I like Cardoso, so I'm not going to do that. But my point is, somehow it's these two players are forced down your throat. How is it not a rivalry when they're going at it for Rookie of the Year? How is it not a rivalry when they're going at it every month for Rookie of the Month? How is it not a rivalry that when their two teams are playing, the league gets the most, gets sellouts, it gets the most ratings, and all of that kind of stuff? No, it's a rivalry, and I'm telling you, that's what it is. Black person, white person. And it's not a good thing, but it is what it is. This is America, people. It is what it is. It's why Rocky Balboa was so big. I'm a Philadelphian who hates the Rocky Balboa story. I hate it. I acknowledge that it's a good story. I think it's, even Sylvester Stallone laughed when a comedian made fun of it. I'm not sure if it was Chris Rock or whatever. Basically, he was saying white dude who's not that talented, mediocre white fighter, with toughness or whatever, just gets his claim to fame by beating up talented black fighters. He basically said something like, it's like make-believe or something, something like that. Even Sylvester Stallone was cracking up. Because we know in the real world, the greatest boxer of all time, I don't care what weight we're talking, you're going to go Muhammad Ali, if you're going to go middleweights or something, we're going to go Floyd Mayweather, or we're going to go Sugar Ray Robinson, Leonard, one of them. Now the lightweights, you might go Rodriguez or sometimes Arguello, but even Aaron Pryor put Arguello down, So where do we go? We know that. So it's funny. But I hate the Rocky story. I just never got into it, even though I'm from Philly. But I understand. But that's what it is. It's going to be a rivalry whether you like it or not. Well, depending on no matter what you think of these players or not. And I love it because they're so different. One is brash. Though Caitlin is more brash than people think. But Caitlin is brash when she's winning. She's kind of upset and in her feelings and with herself and angry with herself when she's losing, which is fine. But their personalities, the way they look, their personality, everything is so different, their game. Caitlin has the pretty game. Reese has the ugly game, but effective game. Such a contrast. Now, what I can't wait to see is them together, playing on the same team. I always wanted to see that. Because I'm telling you, Angel Reese is actually the type of player Caitlin Clark needs to play with to really be who she is. Angel Reese is a great screen setter, actually a good passer off of the dribble. They would be like the perfect combination, really. Because if you look at the guards that play with Angel Reese, look at how they're able to thrive. Whether it's Flaugier, that's what I really want, man. I just really need somehow Flaugier Johnson, I believe, to find her way to the Chicago Sky. Her and Kennedy Carter with Angel Reese and Cardoso would be sick. And Flaugier, I can't imagine how good she's going to be, like just how good she's gotten since she started out as a rookie. And she was a phenomenal rookie. Oh, man. But my point is, if you look at the way the guards who've played with Angel Reese are, they thrive. Because she's just, Sean Kemp said something, man, that and he was recently on a podcast with All the Smoke with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes, where he was talking about the, I believe it was the 96 finals when the Seattle Supersonics faced the Chicago Bulls. And they asked, about Jordan. And he said, Jordan ain't who killed us. He said, Dennis Rodman is the one who killed us. And Sean Kemp said, to him, the best basketball player is not the guy, who just scores the most points or whatever. He says the guy that's stopping people from scoring, the guy that's getting rebounds, he's doing multiple things on the court. In his opinion, Dennis Rodman was the best player on the floor. Not saying I necessarily agree or not, but it just shows there are different ways to view the game of basketball. And I actually view the game of basketball similar to the way he does. And this is why I like Angel Reese's game so much. Because I see the game of basketball similar to that. But yeah, lunchtime is always pretty much up. Let me go ahead back to work. Peace out.